Hey everyone, this is a guitar tutorial for the church by Bethel Music featuring Jenn Johnson. Before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a like, comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. Additionally, if you're interested in any of the gear that you see today, there are links in the description below, except for my daughter. She's off limits. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can click the three dots next to the like button, and you can go from there. And I really appreciate it. You can also check out my book called How to Save Catholic Schools. It's available on Amazon as we speak. There's also merch available to you for you to opine, and you can click the link for my spread shop. It's also in the description, as well as my email list. Now, if you click my email list link and you join my email list, you can actually get a freebie, and that is my top 8 tuning tips that every musician should know. So as you do that, go ahead and grab a capo for your guitar because you're going to need that today, and let's get started. All right, so like I said, you're going to need a capo, and you're going to need it on the 4th fret of your guitar, and you're going to need to know the following chords: D, G, A, B minor, there's an E minor in there, and a D over F sharp. Now, there's an interesting takeaway when I was studying this song. I didn't really hear the acoustic that prominent in the mix, so there's going to be some liberties when I'm teaching you how to do this song, and I apologize if they deviate a little bit from the recording, but kind of keep everything with a grain of salt. Now, the chord structure is going to remain the same, but I might add a little bit of my own flair to this. So those are all the chords you need to know. The only weird one would probably be D over F sharp, and the way I'm playing that is my index finger is on the 2nd fret from the capo or the 6th fret of your guitar, low E string, middle finger, G string, 2nd fret as well, ring finger on the B string, 3rd fret away from the capo. And I'm not going to strum everything. You'll notice I don't strum all the way down to the high E string. And if I did, it sounds nice, but that's what you're looking for, all the way down to the B string. So if you're unfamiliar with those chords, take some time, familiarize yourself with D, A, G, B minor, E minor, and D over F sharp. Don't worry, I'm going to put the chords on screen for you. I'll say them as we go along, and then we'll talk about some strumming patterns after we play through it. Now just keep in mind that this song is not really acoustic oriented, and the only time you really distinctly hear it is at the very end. And Brian Johnson's playing his acoustic. It sounds amazing, but it's very subtle in the mix. So just understand we're going to take some liberties here, but I'll try to stay as true to the recording as possible. So get ready. Here we go. D, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, B minor, A, G, D over F sharp, A suspended, A, D, A, B minor, A, G, D over F sharp, A suspended, A, G, A, G, D, B minor, A, G, A, B minor, E minor, A, D, A, G, D, A, B minor, A, G, D over F sharp, A suspended, A, D, A, B minor, A, G, D over F sharp, A suspended, A, G, D, B minor, A, G, A, B B minor, E minor, A, D, B minor, G, E minor, D, B minor, G, E minor, D, B minor, G, E minor, D, G, D, B minor, A, G, A, B minor, E minor, A, D, G, D, B minor, A, G, A, B minor, E minor, A, G, D, B minor, G, E minor, D, B minor, G, E minor, D, A, B minor, A, G, D over F sharp, A suspended, A, D, A, B minor, A, G, D over F sharp, A suspended, A, G, D, B minor, A, G, A, B minor, E minor, A, B minor, E minor, A, B minor, E minor, A, D. Well, everyone, I hope that I was able to help you out with that song. So let's talk about some strumming patterns that you could do throughout. And I'll be honest, the finger picking stuff is not necessarily part of the recording. So if you're interested in how I played that part, I'll be honest, I just kind of played it in the moment and did what the Holy Spirit was kind of prompting me to do. I can't really break that down because I'm playing from here and not here. And I hope you understand. I apologize I'm not able to break everything down. I'll try to get a little bit out there so you can kind of get an idea and go and take it and make it your own. But here's something that you could do for a basic strumming pattern, starting on the chorus. So you could do just simple stuff like straight A's, like I just showed you, or you can break it up, but don't make it too syncopated because that's not the flavor of the song. That's as much as I would do if I were going to change something up like that. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's something that you could try as well. Now, with the finger picking stuff, again, kind of just feel what is appropriate in the moment. And if you have a full band, great. You have all the instruments covered. So try to lay back in the mix. The acoustic is not a very prominent instrument, so do your best to kind of stay out of the way. Let the keyboardist and the strings, if you have strings on your team, lead this song. Get out of the way and let them take it. Now, if they are unavailable or you just don't have the capacity for instrumentalists like that, and I know my team, we don't have a full orchestra, that's okay. Do the best you can to fill in the gaps. So for example, here's something that you could do for the verse. You'll notice that my right hand fingers aren't going all the way down to the high E string, and that's just my preference. Now you could do it that way, that's fine. It just sounds too chimey, so I'm going to try to make that F sharp the home note and do that and kind of work around that. Now, some people might say that's a little overboard and just focusing too much on the home or the root note. And I'd say, no, not really. When it comes to worship music, at least this particular song, it's okay to hang out there. Now, there is an A suspended, which gives you some credence when it comes to staying on F sharp, or really the home note or root note, right? And then you're going back to A after that, and then finally D again. The only thing I caution you is when you're playing cowboy chords like these and trying to fit in with the mix, don't feel like you have to play exactly what the chord diagram is telling you to do. Now, the chord diagram is kind of like the foundation. You want to kind of draw from that inspiration and not really the inspiration. If that's the chord that's called for, that's the chord you're going to play. But do you have to play the entire... You don't have to play the entire chord, or can you just stick with that? So it's up to you, and again, that's more of a preference thing and musicality, and we could make a whole nother video on that. But regardless, do whatever fits for your team and for your church. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. Comment below on what else you'd like to see in the future. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do that by clicking the 3 dots next to the like button, and you can go from there, and I really appreciate it. Check out my book called How to Save Catholic Schools. It's available on Amazon as we speak. There's a link to my spread shop, and there's some merch that you guys can look over and see if you'd like to purchase, as well as my email list. And if you join my email list, you get a freebie, and that's my top 8 tuning tips that every musician should know. All right, well, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. God bless.